ABC 10 News starts now with breaking news.
A child is attacked by a mountain lion while on a hike with his family in Poway. Good evening. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. The attack happened at the Blue Sky Ecological Reserve, and a fish and wildlife officer tells our ABC 10 News reporter Cassie Carlisle we should all be vigilant.
At 2:40 Friday afternoon, a 4-year-old boy was attacked by a mountain lion at Blue Sky Ecological Reserve, according to Fish and Wildlife.
The child was with a lot of family members. That's a good thing. It sounds like the family sort of separated into two groups. The child may have been darting back and forth,
making him vulnerable. He was scratched on the back and leg, but Public Information Officer Tim Daly said his injuries were minor. Daly said the boy was sent to the hospital so they could collect evidence to try and find the mountain lion who attacked him.
More than half of California is mountain lion habitat.
Saying it's important to keep your children and pets close while hiking.
Mountain lion attacks on people are very rare.
Daly said they prefer deer, and while they haven't seen as many people during the pandemic, Daly says they're not changing their behavior.
I wouldn't describe what happened today as being connected to COVID.
Daly said the reserve was shut down to prevent anyone else from getting hurt. Cassie Carlisle, ABC 10 News.
If you look around right now, good crowd, people are enjoying walking around and following rules.
A major milestone for San Diego's social scene. Tonight, bars, they are back open after the coronavirus pandemic forced them to shut down. Our ABC 10 News reporter Anthony Pura is in the Gaslamp with a look at nightlife's new normal.
The nightlife isn't quite what it used to be here at the Gaslamp Quarter. Some places are not open tonight like this one, but just a block or two that direction, and there are signs that things are returning to normal. While restaurants have been open with modifications serving food and drinks, the Old Sod doesn't have a kitchen, so it reopened for the first time Friday when public health orders gave bars the green light. Mick Ward is one of the owners. He says they've made several modifications to keep everyone safe.
Doing our social distancing, we have all our sanitation in place. We've partitioned all our tables. We spread out all our stools and tables. So really, we've done it by the letter of the law.
In addition, face coverings are part of the new norm, and inside they put barriers between the booths and got rid of standing areas.
I mean, people have been stuck indoors for these last few months and they really want to get out. But I think for the most part, everybody's going to be very responsible about the way that they do it.
The Gaslamp District also showing signs of life Friday. People were out enjoying their night, but the large crowds haven't quite returned. Little Italy, known for its restaurant scene, looked lively Friday.
If you look around right now, good crowd, people are enjoying walking around and following rules.
Carlos Anaya is general manager at Davanti Enoteca. He says the area feels busier this weekend, but restaurants have lost a lot of indoor seating to follow social distancing rules. The Little Italy Association is launching a new campaign that closes down a section of India Street on Saturday evenings, transforming it into expanded open-air dining, allowing for distancing and helping restaurants boost their business.
First time that somebody does this in San Diego, where we get to go out to the street and put, some tables out here and make it like a whole European, whole outdoor scene.
Anthony Pura, ABC 10 News.
A warning from county leaders as more San Diego businesses are about to reopen. Today, the county announced nail salons, tattoo parlors, and massage businesses can reopen next Friday. They have to file their plans with the county, but with so many industries reopening in recent weeks, there have also been new outbreaks of coronavirus. And it's a reminder that allowing certain industries or activities to reopen does not mean they are completely safe from COVID-19.
These outbreaks have been at a restaurant, in an office building. We have previously seen them in churches, individuals' homes, parties, unauthorized weddings. These are the types of scenarios and settings in which we are seeing outbreaks.
Health officials urge every San Diegan to act responsibly, saying it's critical to wear masks, socially distance, and wash your hands frequently.
The latest coronavirus numbers in San Diego County. There are 132 new cases, bringing that total now to more than 9,100. 6 new deaths were also reported, bringing that total to 313.
Tonight, the CDC has a grim new warning in the coronavirus pandemic. It predicts as many as 25,000 more Americans could die between now and July 4th. As ABC's Zohreen Shah reports, this comes as multiple states are already seeing COVID-19 deaths and hospitalizations on the rise.
As streets and businesses once again fill up, so are many of the nation's hospitals. A new ABC News analysis finding daily deaths from the coronavirus increasing in 13 states. Hospitalizations on the rise in at least 8 states, including Texas. The sharp increase may be attributed to Memorial Day gatherings and protests, according to the governor's medical experts. A public health official near Houston saying reopening was not their idea.
The reopening was happening faster than what we locally would have liked.
The CDC now with a dire warning that as many as 140,000 Americans could die of the virus before Independence Day. The Institute warning people if they attend large events to check beforehand if staff will wear masks, and if you're attending a cookout, try bringing your own food in addition to wearing a mask and social distancing. Dr. Anthony Fauci stressing today any crowded place is risky when asked about the president's upcoming rally and ongoing protests.
The best way that you can avoid either acquiring or transmitting infection is to avoid crowded places, to wear a mask whenever you're outside.
His warning coming as a second visitor from one of these massive Memorial Day pool parties in the Ozarks now tests positive. As cases around the country are going up, so are cancellations. New York State Health Commissioner canceling summer sleepaway camps, fearing social distancing will be difficult. Oregon pulling back from easing restrictions after cases jumped. Their governor delaying reopening applications by 1 week.
We don't make the timeline. The virus makes the timeline.
As another precaution, the Department of Transportation is now distributing these 100 million cloth face coverings to Amtrak, airports, and transit stations. Zohreen Shah, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Well, just in, President Trump is rescheduling a rally that was supposed to be held June 19th in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The president received a lot of criticism for the timing and the location of the rally. June 19th is also known as Juneteenth. It is the holiday commemorating the end of slavery in the United States. The president says out of respect for Juneteenth, he will hold the rally in Tulsa June 20th.
The sailors from the USS Theodore Roosevelt who stayed on Guam after that ship suffered a COVID-19 outbreak are coming home to San Diego. The Navy says they started flying those sailors back just today. They will be sequestered at home or on base for 2 weeks in case any symptoms develop. The Roosevelt returned to its operations last week after nearly 1,200 sailors on board got the coronavirus over a 2-month period. The carrier now operates with new operating procedures, including a change in the way that sailors get around the ship and expanded meal times. Some researchers are wondering if a vaccine we already have could be effective in preventing COVID-19. They want to test whether the polio vaccine can temporarily ward off the virus. It's a live vaccine, meaning it's actually a weakened dose of the live virus. These types of vaccines produce an immune system response, and the researchers think that response might be enough to keep people from getting the coronavirus until a more specific vaccine is available.
A new website makes it easier for San Diegans to get a coronavirus test. It's primarily for those who don't have health insurance or can't access a test through their provider. You can schedule an appointment online by location or the day. We have a link posted on 10news.com, and it's important to know insurance carriers must cover testing costs, even if someone is not showing symptoms. The Trump administration is rolling back health care protections for patients who are transgender. That means services can be denied by insurance policies and health care regulated under the Affordable Care Act. Discrimination based on gender identity has been prohibited under the Obama-era rule since 2016. Today, the Department of Health and Human Services said the rollback will save $3 billion over 5 years. The Human Rights Campaign vowed to sue to block the new rule.
Hundreds of people in La Jolla peacefully protested in support of the Black Lives Matter movement today. That group gathered at La Jolla Cove and then walked all the way to Windansea Beach. They carried white carnations to signify peace.
Love is love. And we firmly believe that kindness is everything and that love is the greatest healer. And so that's why we're here. We're here to support the peaceful protest.
That march was organized by a 17-year-old Helix High School graduate. Police also worked with the group, escorting them through the streets, directing traffic, and shutting down roadways.